Aim your voice towards it.
I will.
Okay, and so welcome back, Wes. It's been a while.
Yeah, thanks. It'd be good. It'd be nice to say that it's good to see you, but it's good to actually see you.
Yes.
Usually like
a screen between
3 years or something like that.
Yeah, 2.5 years at least is where we're at with all of that. And Amber's been here. This is your fourth visit.
I believe so.
Because you were singing with Kiki Wow at that time.
Yes, I was a wowette.
So you got to aim to. I'm going to have to have you guys get much closer to that mic to talk. And I've got you potted up all the way. So anyway, how did you guys get this going?
Well, I knew Kiki from her band, and Kiki used to be my manager, and used to book me. And then when she left, I lost my manager, but here was Amber. And I saw her perform a couple of times live, and I went, if that girl's not working, she's gonna be working with me.
All right.
So I kind of dug through some archival stuff that I had, and tried to look for things that would make good duets. And so we started out in the studio, and as I told you, John, this is our first live performance ever.
All right, are you guys ready for a live performance?
No.
Okay, well thanks for coming in.
There's going to be about 24 minutes of dead airspace, folks.
Yes. And Amber,
Yeah.
are you a professional singer?
I am a professional wedding and funeral singer at the moment.
And then you told me that earlier, and I thought, wedding and funerals.
That's the majority of the gigs that I get booked for, and it's a pleasure to serve in any way that I can. So.
Yeah, well, when you get to sing, that's always fun. When you get paid, that's even better.
Even better.
But it's sort of narrow. You don't do bar mitzvahs or birthday parties, or.
I haven't been asked yet,
Oh.
but if you've got one on schedule, sign me up.
Well, we'll get you to give out your website so people can reach out to you once they've heard you and say, "Oh, I'd like her to come and sing the Star Spangled Banner at Thanksgiving at my house."
That would
a
be
big gig. That's a
Yeah.
big gig.
You never know.
You never know. So, well, why don't we hear a song?
Sure. I'll do a quick intro here. This is a breaking up song, which means it was a breaking up with me song that I wrote as poetry at one point in time. And this is one of those situations where somebody really doesn't want to take responsibility for the relationship. So they give you a lot of non sequiturs, which is, if only it had been this, or if only it had been that. And it was just this, if only, if only, if only, if only. And so I ended up writing a song for it. And it was sort of originally titled, Die, you satanic wench from hell, die, die, die. But people around me whose opinions I valued suggested that might not have the necessary market potential.
Oh, I don't know about that. I think it might.
For your listeners, that's what will make the title. But the copyrighted title is If Only She Said.
Okay.
So,
are you ready?
as ready as we're going to get here.
Put this over by the guitar.
Oh, that's right. We need the guitar involved here.
There you go. That's as far as we're
Is that all we're going to get?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try and point this way and point this way.
Okay. There
Okay.
you go.
If only things were different, she said, I'd chase out these devils in my head. I'd prove to you my love is true, and you'd never hear me say we're through.
But I became a victim to the choices I've made, and now I must confess that I am too afraid to be with you instead. But if only she said. Now if I could only change the hands of time, I swear in my heart you'd be mine. We'd share our lives and raise a family, and always in your arms is where I'd be. But fear gripped my heart as it tore away my soul, and now it has destroyed those things that made me whole. And if only I could leave this life I've led, but if only I think I've come to see the way this world is.
Sometimes your dreams, they don't always come true.
And I've learned it hurts to lose a lover and a friend.
When you know they cared for you.
But when I thought about my future, it became my fear. Then it turned into the devil and whispered in my ear and played its evil game inside my head. But if only,
she said,
ooh, if only.
That's what she said.
Ooh, if only.
Very nice. Very nice. Well rehearsed. Sounded perfect.
Yeah.
I wish I could record here yet, but they haven't taught me how to do that yet.
We actually learned that song on the way over here, but we were in separate cars.
Oh, that's why I got okay. So, are you guys playing any place?
Not yet. We talked about that over the phone a little bit, and I'm going out of the country in the latter part of June, and so I've got a lot of stuff ahead of that, and so I'm gonna wait and book when I get back in July.
All right. Well,
Any funerals coming up, Amber?
Yeah, unfortunately, no, I'm joking.
Fortunately,
Fortunately,
no.
yeah. Oh my.
Oh well, maybe a wedding. Get lucky.
Yeah.
So, do you get to go to the baseball games or football games to sing the Star Spangled Banner? And
My husband races motorcycles for fun. So on occasion, I get to sing a national anthem before a race begins.
oh, that's fun. Got a big crowd that way.
Mm-hmm.
As long as they haven't started up their bikes, they can hear you. So how is it when you guys starting out working together? I mean, you've known each other, sort of, right?
Yeah.
This is a little more intimate
Yeah.
to do this.
Yeah.
So how do you approach this? Do you just break into song, or do you sit down and talk a while what you want to do?
Well, Amber is really a natural backup singer.
Yeah.
And which means that she's got a very wide range, and she's got an excellent ear. So beyond that, it's like finding keys that you can be compatible in, and and then kind of going from there. Can I tell my story, John?
Sure.
Okay. So we were just getting together for the first time. Can I tell the story?
Oh, sure.
Okay. We were together for the first time really at Joe Go's studio, Crystal Studios in Mid Valley. First plug of the day, John. And
Hope it won't be the last.
and we were working out a part together, and Joe decided to videotape us. And what he did was he then posted that online on YouTube, and then subsequent to that, we finished the song that we were working on, and it got posted onto SoundCloud. And SoundCloud has people getting back and forth and stuff like that. And he got an email from somebody that said, "Is this song being sung by that African American woman and the older white guy?" So I told Amber, if we ever form a group together, we need to call it That African American Woman and the Older White Guy.
I like that.
Just keep it real.
It'll make for bigger business cards.
It'll be a pamphlet.
But that's really funny. The putting things on YouTube and releasing songs, single songs on the internet, I'm not used to that yet. I don't quite get how people know where to go, and there's got to be hundreds of people doing this to get themselves out there, and the competition for people's eyes and ears on the internet must be really overwhelming. I just don't get how it works so well.
I'm a techno dino. I really am. I really depend upon other people for those kinds of things. As a matter of fact, you and I know that I didn't have a website for years, and I only know that because you used to give me crap every time I was on the station about why I didn't have a website.
Yeah, well, I got to that level, but I stalled out after that. But I hear people say, "Well, I'm going to release a single on the internet." Then what happens?
Yeah.
People go just download it. Where do you make money? How does that all work? I wonder.
Well, most downloads go for like 99 cents these days. So we're still making the same money that we made 20 years ago. It's just that now other people are getting a piece of it.
The artist.
Yeah. Well, sort of. Yeah, the artist comes in there at some point in time.
Usually they try to keep them out of the mix.
Everybody else has got their finger in the pie.
Yeah, for sure. All right, well, let's get on to another tune here. What else you got for us?
Yeah, we're actually going to do a cover here. It's been one of my favorite songs to perform it as a solo artist for years, and it's Tom Waits. And I always thought it would be a really nice duet. So Amber and I sat down and we worked out the parts on it. So for all you Waits fans out there, I don't know if we'll apologize in advance for for tackling something of his, but I think it's a nice version.
All right, well, we're anxious to hear it. Let me give you the mic here. Okay, there you go.
Okay. I hope I don't fall in love with you.
Falling in love just makes me blue. The music plays and you display a heart for me to see. I've had a beer and now I hear you calling out to me.
But I hope I don't fall in love with you. Now the place is crowded, there's people everywhere.
And I wonder if you'll offer me your chair.
Well, if you sit down with this old clown, I take your frown and I'll break it.
Before the evening's gone away, I hope that we can make it. But I hope I don't fall in love with you. Well, the night does funny things inside a man. Those old tomcat feelings still I understand.
Well, I turn around to look at you and you light a cigarette. I wish I had the guts to bum one, but we've never met. And I hope I don't fall in love with you. 'Cause falling in love just makes me blue. The music plays and you display your heart for me to see. I've had a beer and now I hear you calling out to me.
And I can see you're lonesome just like me.
I got a feeling like you like some company.
I turn around to look at you and you look back at me.
That guy you're with just up and split.
Now the chair next to me is free. But I hope you don't fall in love with me.
But now it's closing time and the music is fading out. Last call for drinks, I'll grab me another stout.
I turn around to look for you. You're nowhere to be found.
Search the place for your lost face. I have me that last round. And I think I just fell in love with you.
Very nice. Good choice, Tom Waits. Can't get hurt there too bad. So let's see, we got all the mics back in the right position now. We're listening to Wes Kelly and Amber Guzman here on Pig Radio's live music show. I'm Sleepy John, and we're going to get one more song out of them before this is over. And I'm really enjoying this. You were sort of nervous a little bit about how this would come over on the radio and the first time out and all of that.
Well, you know, there's always somebody who puts the first dent in the new car. And I just wanted to make sure it wasn't Amber. So if there's a dent coming, folks, it's going to be mine.
Well, if you guys now go out as a team, you got to learn what, at least 30 songs or something.
Well, John, here's our lifelong goal, actually. See, Amber's world right now is the Star Spangled Banner.
That's my song.
Well, look what it did for Jimi Hendrix.
That is very true. Me, and I'm going to just say, at my age,
Yeah. A man of a certain age.
What we've talked about actually is developing an opening act, where we could be an opener for somebody, do 45 minutes, and I could be at home watching the news by 10. So any booking agents out there that need an opening act, a lovely duo with a just absolutely fabulous singer and beautiful gal beyond that, that would like to book us as an opening act, give us a call. Can I plug the website?
I would if I was sitting over there. I would certainly do that a couple of times.
Wes Kelly, WESKELLEY .BandZoogle, like band Google but with a Z.com.
And we were talking earlier about the name Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
If there's another E in it, that means you're a Catholic.
The E is your Protestant.
You're a Protestant.
One E in the green Irish are the Catholics.
I see. Okay, I hadn't heard that one before.
Yeah.
So if you go into the wrong territory up there and spell your name with the wrong number of E's, is it a problem?
Well, we were part of an incident in Irish history where the King of Ireland wanted to divorce his wife, and the Catholic Church wouldn't allow it. So he took a lot of his followers and moved to Scotland. And as a way of protesting the Catholic Church, things happened like, in the case of Kelly, an extra E was put in the name, so it was Kelley. And that meant we became the Protestants, which eventually became the Protestants.
Well, that's interesting. I mean, you hear the stories all the time, but to get down in the nitty gritty like that, the spelling of names and the guy moving to Scotland from Ireland, never heard all that stuff.
Never matters till you have an E in your name, an extra E.
What's that?
Never matters till you have the extra E in your name.
Oh, all right, I see. So we got one more song coming up here. What did we pick for that?
This is actually we were talking about this off air. When the pandemic came a lot of shutdowns, and one of the shutdowns that came along was open mic nights. And so I was just missing playing out, and Joe at Crystal Studios, that's the next plug for Joe, by the way, decided that what we would do is we would fabricate an open mic night. So I had actually written a short story called Open Mike, but it is M-I-K-E because the character's name was Mike. And it's about this older guy who goes to an open mic night at a bar that he used to go to all the time, and now it's changed hands, and then they would have this new thing on Wednesday nights where you can go in, and it's a totally new thing for him. And he decides to go in and, kind of steal his courage and get up on stage and tell the story of his life. And so I turned it into a song, and then when we took it into Joe's studio, what we did is we added sound effects to it, so we have a crowd. So we have a crowd applauding us in and applauding us out. We've got sort of the band in back that's trying to figure out the song as we're going along. So it's sort of perfectly imperfect. And
well, I can applaud you in and out.
Okay.
I'll take that a job on.
Okay.
You touched on writing in your books. You've written a lot of books.
Yeah.
And I just finished reading one about the bus trip across the United States.
Riding the Rabbit.
Yes. And I love the Cheech and Chong references in there. And I'm not going to tell people what it is because it makes for such a great story ending. And they are such iconic guys. And this is sort of an imagined way they started their career.
Yes, yeah, it's totally fictional.
Yeah,
I cannot be sued over this. Well, you can sue anybody for anything, but
But it's an interesting book. And so is that available at your website also?
yes, yeah, it's
Oh, you have a website now.
Shall I give the website, John?
I would, yeah.
Oh, Wes Kelly with an EY .bandzoogle.com.
Okay. And Amber, your the website, we ought to get that in there too. So if people are having-
AmberGuzman.com.
What?
AmberGuzman.com.
Now that's a little difficult. Couldn't you find an easier way
Yeah,
to do it?
I'll work on lengthening that.
It's difficult for Amber and I to talk here because there's my screen is between us. Hi there, Amber. We can look under it. All right, so let's hear that song.
Okay.
Let me get this over here.
Oh, yeah.
Need a microphone.
Okay.
Let me know when the technology is ready.
Listo.
You know, John, he's just a tired old man. Standing outside the door of his neighborhood bar. Yeah, he's been there before. He's just a tired old man who wants to tell the truth about some tired old dreams and a squandered youth. It's that night of the week when poets sing their songs and share their pain for free, so they can right all their wrongs.
Pretty girls on the stage with a brand new song. She fumbles with the chord, but somehow carries on.
And he wonders, am I that brave? Now really, who'd give a damn? Even if I open my heart, I'm still a tired old man. Now he's under the light and talking about sweet Marie, how she changed his life. They were barely 16. He's a tired old man who says he fought in a war, thinks about his scars, wishing he'd done more. It's just this tired old life, fashioned hard by the years, running out of time, already out of tears, and the eagle tattoo peeks from under his sleeve. That is faded blue, U.S. Marines. He finally steps off the stage, heads for the door, leaves his pain at the bar. Don't need it anymore. He disappears in the dark as Marie takes his hand. All he had to say, he's a tired old man, nothing left to say. He's a tired old man.
Who are you accusing?
Who are you talking
Tired old man. Yeah, I guess so. Wonderful stuff, you guys. You guys are well on your way, it sounds like to me.
Yeah.
And Amber, how was it?
It's so much fun singing.
Good.
And it's so much fun with Wes and being here with you.
Well, we're
glad for the
to have you
opportunity.
back again, and this is their first appearance as a duo in public, so brave folks come out in the rain and sing for us. Thank you so much. Wes Kelly,
Our pleasure, John.
We'll look forward to your return here in a few months and try it again. But you've already got it. You already got it. We don't have to try to better that. You got to keep that going.
It'll be something new that we could screw up.
Yeah, perfect. You know how it works here at KPAC. A regular listener.
The test tube of radio.
So we're going to take a quick break here and we'll be back with a recorded show from January 17th, 2016 with Muriel Anderson. So please stand by. Okay.
Yay!
Very nice.
Oh, Wes, you write the best songs.
You know, I always like to give credit where credit is due, John. And I just forgot that I wanted to give Diego credit for the rhythm part on the first song. I think it might have been a tambourine or something, simulating a tambourine.